Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Setbacks are something we all experience, and whether we like it or not, they're a part of life. But here's the thing, setbacks are not the end of the road. In fact, they can be the very beginning of something new. The question is not will you face setbacks, but rather how will you respond to them? Setbacks are a universal experience, something we all encounter at some point in our lives. They are unavoidable and often unpredictable, showing up when we least expect them. Whether it's a failed project, a personal loss, or a missed opportunity, setbacks can feel like a punch to the gut. In the midst of these moments, it's easy to think that everything is falling apart, that we've somehow failed or are destined for misfortune. But here's the truth, setbacks are not the end of the road. They are simply part of the journey. The key to navigating setbacks is understanding that they do not define us. It's natural to feel disappointed, discouraged, or even embarrassed when things don't go as planned. But those feelings are temporary and they don't determine our worth or our potential. Setbacks may feel like roadblocks, but in reality, they are often detours rerouting us to something better or teaching us lessons that are crucial for our growth. The setback itself doesn't have the power to dictate our future. It's our response to it that will shape our path moving forward. When faced with a setback, we must resist the urge to personalize it. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that we're somehow inadequate or unworthy because things didn't go the way we hoped. But setbacks are a natural part of life, and they are not a reflection of our abilities or our worth. In fact, some of the most successful and fulfilled people in the world have faced significant setbacks and failures. What sets them apart is how they choose to respond. In the face of a setback, it's important to take a step back and gain perspective. It's crucial to resist the instinct to react impulsively or emotionally. Instead, we should give ourselves space to process the setback, reflect on what happened, and ask ourselves what we can learn from the experience. This is where resilience is built not in avoiding failure, but in the ability to rise after it, to take what we've learned and move forward with renewed strength and determination. It's also essential to remember that setbacks often come with opportunities. They force us to reevaluate our goals, our methods, and our motivations. Sometimes a setback is the universe's way of telling us that we need to change direction or approach things differently. Other times, it's a chance to build resilience, to develop new skills, or to refine our understanding of what truly matters. The key is to approach setbacks not as insurmountable obstacles, but as valuable moments of growth. Ultimately, setbacks are an inevitable part of life, but they are not the end of the story. They are simply moments in time that can either hold us back or push us forward, depending on how we choose to respond. By reframing setbacks as opportunities for growth, we empower ourselves to keep moving forward, to continue building the life we want, no matter how many detours we encounter along the way. When we encounter setbacks, our natural instinct is often to protect ourselves. We try to shield our vulnerabilities, hoping to avoid the sting of failure or disappointment. Yet, vulnerability is not something to fear or avoid. In fact, it is one of the most powerful tools we have for growth. It is only by allowing ourselves to be vulnerable that we can truly heal, learn, and move forward after a setback. Vulnerability means embracing the emotions that come with failure or disappointment, whether that's sadness, frustration, or even shame. In these moments, it can feel like being exposed, like we're laying ourselves bare to the world and risking judgment. But vulnerability is not weakness, it is courage. It takes strength to sit with difficult emotions and face them head on instead of running from them. By allowing ourselves to feel what we feel, we give ourselves permission to process the setback fully without shame or fear of judgment. One of the most powerful aspects of vulnerability is that it creates space for connection. When we allow ourselves to be open about our struggles, we invite others to do the same. It's in these moments of raw honesty that true connection happens. We learn that we are not alone in our experiences, that others have faced similar challenges and have found ways to rise above them. This shared vulnerability fosters empathy and understanding, and it can be a source of great strength as we navigate setbacks. Additionally, vulnerability is a key ingredient in resilience. It's easy to think of resilience as the ability to bounce back from adversity, but true resilience is built when we allow ourselves to be vulnerable in the face of hardship. Instead of hiding our emotions or pretending to be okay, we acknowledge and accept them. This doesn't mean we dwell on the negative feelings, but we honor them as part of the human experience. When we do this, we become more adaptable and better able to cope with future challenges. Vulnerability helps us cultivate a mindset that sees setbacks not as permanent roadblocks, but as temporary obstacles that we can overcome. By embracing vulnerability, we also open ourselves up to growth and transformation. Setbacks often force us to re-examine our assumptions, our goals, and our approach to life. If we avoid vulnerability, we may miss the valuable insights that these moments provide. It is only by being honest with ourselves about our emotions and experiences that we can learn from them. Vulnerability is the gateway to self-awareness and self-improvement. When faced with a setback, it's easy to fall into the trap of seeing it as a failure, a sign that we're not good enough or that we're not on a right path. However, this mindset limits our growth and prevents us from seeing the bigger picture. Instead of dwelling on the setback itself, we can choose to reframe the narrative. By shifting how we view setbacks, we can transform them from roadblocks into stepping stones for personal development. Reframing is about changing the story we tell ourselves. It's about looking at the setback not as an indication that we've failed, but as an opportunity to grow, learn, and realign. A setback is simply a moment in time. It doesn't define who we are or where we are going. When we reframe a setback as a lesson rather than a loss, we open ourselves up to the possibility that this experience holds something valuable for us. One of the most powerful aspects of reframing setbacks is that it allows us to take a more proactive approach. Instead of feeling victimized by the situation, we can ask ourselves, what can I learn from this? What is this setback trying to teach me? This shift in perspective puts us in the driver's seat, empowering us to take control of our response. We can start to see setbacks as invitations to reflect, adjust, and improve. They are not obstacles, but opportunities to refine our approach and become more resilient. For example, if we fail at a project or goal, it's easy to label it as a complete failure. But what if we looked at it as a learning opportunity? Perhaps it's a chance to explore what didn't work and why. Maybe we realize that we need to adjust our methods or that the goal we set wasn't in alignment with our true passions. A setback can reveal areas where we need to grow, adapt, or develop new skills. By reframing the situation, we shift our focus from what went wrong to what we can do differently moving forward. Reframing also allows us to recognize the bigger picture. Setbacks often feel incredibly personal, as though they are a reflection of our abilities or worth. But when we step back and see them in the context of our larger journey, we begin to understand that setbacks are simply part of the process. Every great achievement is preceded by challenges, failures, and obstacles. The most successful individuals are those who view setbacks as a natural part of their path and who choose to keep moving forward despite them. Ultimately, reframing setbacks is about empowering ourselves to see the potential for growth in every challenge. It's about recognizing that failure is not the opposite of success, it's part of the process of achieving it. By choosing to reframe the narrative around setbacks, we can transform these moments into powerful catalysts for change, helping us become stronger, wiser, and more resilient as we continue on our journey. When we face setbacks, it's easy to feel like everything is falling apart and that the progress we've made is now in jeopardy. But it's important to recognize that setbacks don't necessarily mean failure. They are often part of a larger process that's still unfolding. In fact, sometimes setbacks are exactly what we need to realign ourselves with our true purpose. Life has a way of unfolding in ways we can't always predict, and what seems like an obstacle at the moment may actually be a redirection towards something better. This is why trusting the process is so crucial when dealing with setbacks. Trusting the process means surrendering the need to control every aspect of our lives. We can plan, work hard, and give our best effort, but ultimately there are forces beyond our control that shape our journey. When we trust the process, we accept that things may not always go as planned, but that doesn't mean we're not on the right path. In fact, setbacks often occur when we're being redirected towards something that aligns more closely with who we are and what we truly need. Trusting the process means believing that even when things seem uncertain, there's a larger plan unfolding. One of the most important aspects of trusting the process is cultivating patience. In a world that often values instant gratification, we can easily get frustrated when things don't happen as quickly as we expect. However, some of life's most important lessons and experiences require time to unfold. Setbacks give us the opportunity to slow down, reflect, and reassess our goals. This is not a sign that we've failed. It's an invitation to grow, to deepen our understanding, and to refine our approach. By trusting that the setbacks are part of our learning curve, we allow ourselves to embrace the natural pace of our journey. Another important aspect of trusting the process is letting go of the need for perfection. Life is messy, unpredictable, and full of detours. Setbacks can make us question our abilities and our worth, but when we trust the process, we understand that mistakes and failures are not the opposite of success. They are part of the journey to get there. Every setback teaches us something valuable, and often the lessons we learn during difficult times are the ones that help us the most in the long run. Trusting the process means being open to the idea that everything we experience is contributing to our growth and that the path we're on is leading us exactly where we need to be. Setbacks also provide a crucial opportunity for realignment. If we encounter a challenge that seems insurmountable, it might be an indication that our approach needs to shift or that our goals need to be refined. Trusting the process allows us to remain flexible and open to change. It encourages us to trust not only in the bigger picture, but in our ability to adapt and pivot when necessary. We learn to adjust our sails rather than resisting the winds of change. Ultimately, trusting the process is about surrendering to the flow of life. It's about accepting that setbacks are not the end of the road, but rather a sign that we are on the right track, learning, evolving, and moving closer to what is meant for us. By trusting in the journey, we can let go of fear, cultivate patience, and remain open to the countless opportunities for growth that setbacks bring. Setbacks often shake our confidence and make us question our abilities. It's easy to feel defeated when things don't go as planned, but this is exactly when we need to remember the importance of perseverance. Perseverance is the ability to keep going, even when the road gets tough, and when setbacks make it seem like the finish line is moving further away. It is the belief that no matter how many times we fall, we have the strength to rise again, learn from the experience, and continue moving forward. Perseverance doesn't mean that we don't face challenges or feel frustrated. It means that we choose not to give up in the face of adversity. Setbacks can often feel like personal failures, but they are not an indication of our potential or our worth. They are simply opportunities to refine our approach, to learn, and to grow stronger. When we persevere, we don't let setbacks define us. Instead, we let them fuel our determination to push forward, to overcome, and to eventually succeed. One of the most important aspects of perseverance is the ability to keep our vision clear, even in the midst of difficulty. It's easy to lose sight of our goals when things aren't going well, but perseverance is about staying focused on the bigger picture. This requires reminding ourselves why we started in the first place and reconnecting with the deeper motivations behind our goals. By holding on to that vision and keeping our eyes on the long-term outcome, we can navigate through the toughest moments without losing hope. Another crucial element of perseverance is adaptability. Setbacks often require us to change course or adjust our methods, but this doesn't mean we should give up on our goals. Instead, we should be open to new approaches and willing to pivot when necessary. Perseverance is not about rigidly sticking to a plan that no longer works. It's about staying committed to the end result while being flexible enough to adjust our strategy. This adaptability allows us to keep moving forward, even if the path we originally envisioned is no longer the one we're walking. Additionally, perseverance is strengthened by resilience. The more setbacks we face, the more resilient we become. Each challenge, each failure is an opportunity to build emotional strength and to develop the mindset that setbacks are not permanent. Resilience teaches us that we are capable of handling difficult situations and that our setbacks don't diminish our ability to succeed in the future. In fact, each time we persevere, we reinforce our belief in our own ability to overcome obstacles. Ultimately, perseverance is a powerful tool that helps us navigate setbacks and continue our journey toward success. It's about developing the strength to keep going, even when things aren't easy. It's about believing in ourselves, trusting in our ability to learn from our experiences, and remaining committed to our goals no matter how many times we stumble. Perseverance is what transforms setbacks into stepping stones and helps us build the resilience necessary to achieve lasting success. Setbacks often make us feel like we're starting from scratch or that all of our hard work has been for nothing. But the truth is, every setback is a part of the process of growth and learning. Rather than seeing setbacks as failures, we have the opportunity to view them as essential building blocks for success. With every challenge, we gain new insights, refine our skills, and develop a deeper understanding of ourselves and our goals. By embracing setbacks as a natural part of the journey, we empower ourselves to use them as tools for personal and professional growth. One of the most powerful ways setbacks contribute to growth is by offering us valuable lessons. Every time we experience a setback, we are given an opportunity to reflect on what went wrong, why it happened, and what we can do differently next time. These lessons are often more meaningful than success because they push us to examine our strategies, our beliefs, and our behaviors. We might discover areas where we need to improve, or we may find that our original approach was flawed in some way. Setbacks force us to step back, recess, and adjust our course. This process of self-reflection and course correction is essential for long-term success. In addition to offering lessons, setbacks also foster resilience. The more setbacks we face and navigate through, the more we develop the ability to bounce back. Resilience doesn't mean avoiding failure or hardship. It means developing the capacity to recover and keep moving forward no matter how many times we stumble. Each time we pick ourselves up after a setback, we reinforce our ability to handle future challenges. Over time, this creates a sense of inner strength and confidence. We learn that setbacks are not permanent, that they are simply temporary moments that we can weather. This growing resilience helps us approach future obstacles with a sense of calm and confidence, knowing that we have the tools to deal with whatever comes our way. Setbacks also help us clarify what truly matters. When we face difficulties, we are forced to confront our priorities, our values, and our reasons for pursuing certain goals. In many cases, setbacks cause us to reevaluate whether the goals we've set are still in alignment with our values or whether we need to adjust them. This process of realignment is crucial for personal growth because it ensures that we are pursuing what truly fulfills us rather than simply following a path that no longer serves our deeper needs. Setbacks can be a powerful reminder of the importance of living authentically and staying true to our core desires. Furthermore, setbacks can strengthen our problem-solving abilities. When things don't go as planned, we are forced to get creative and find new solutions. This process of problem-solving sharpens our ability to think critically and strategically. With each setback, we learn new ways to approach challenges, to think outside the box, and to innovate. This adaptability and creativity are invaluable skills that contribute to our overall growth and success. When we experience a setback, it's easy to feel isolated and like we're the only ones going through it. We may think that everyone else has it figured out while we're struggling to stay afloat. However, the reality is that setbacks are universal. Every single person, regardless of their success or status, has faced challenges and obstacles. This shared experience is one of the most important truths we can embrace. When we recognize that setbacks are a part of the human condition, it helps us connect with others and find strength in our collective ability to overcome adversity. Understanding that setbacks are a shared experience helps reduce feelings of isolation. It's easy to believe that we are alone in our struggles, but in truth, setbacks are something everyone faces at some point in their lives. Whether it's a career setback, a personal failure, or an unexpected obstacle, no one is exempt from encountering difficulties. When we acknowledge this truth, it allows us to approach setbacks with a sense of solidarity. We are not alone in our struggles, and there is comfort in knowing that others have faced similar challenges and have come out stronger on the other side. Furthermore, the shared nature of setbacks allows us to seek support and connection when we need it most. When we open up about our own setbacks, we often find that others can relate and offer valuable perspectives. This creates an environment of empathy and understanding where we can learn from each other's experiences. Sharing our setbacks not only helps us process our emotions, but also gives us the opportunity to gain new insights and ideas from those who have navigated similar challenges. This support system is crucial for overcoming setbacks as it reminds us that we don't have to face difficulties in isolation. Recognizing that setbacks are universal also helps us approach others with more compassion. It's easy to judge others based on their external circumstances, assuming they don't experience the same challenges we do. But when we remember that everyone faces setbacks, we begin to see others through a lens of empathy rather than judgment. We recognize that people's struggles are often invisible and that everyone is doing the best they can with the circumstances they've been given. This perspective fosters a sense of community and interconnectedness where we can support each other through the ups and downs of life. Additionally, the shared experience of setbacks can be a source of inspiration and motivation. When we see others overcome challenges and rise above their setbacks, it reminds us that we too have the capacity to persevere. People who have faced adversity and come out stronger often become role models for others who are struggling. Their stories serve as proof that setbacks do not define our future, that with resilience, perseverance, and support, we can overcome anything. Knowing that others have triumphed over setbacks gives us the strength to keep going, even when the road ahead seems uncertain. In the face of setbacks, it's essential to remember that our mindset plays a significant role in determining how we experience and respond to challenges. The way we perceive setbacks has the power to shape our reality. A positive and growth-oriented mindset enables us to approach setbacks not as insurmountable obstacles, but as opportunities for learning and development. The belief that setbacks are not the end of the road, but rather a temporary detour, allows us to remain optimistic and open to the possibilities that lie ahead. One of the most important aspects of cultivating a positive mindset is shifting our perspective on failure. Setbacks often come with a strong sense of disappointment as we may feel like we've failed in some way. However, failure is not a permanent state, it is simply a stepping stone on the way to success. The most successful people in history have faced countless setbacks and failures, but what set them apart was their ability to see those failures as valuable lessons. They didn't view setbacks as signs of personal inadequacy, but as necessary parts of the process. By changing our perception of failure, we allow ourselves to approach setbacks with curiosity rather than fear. We can ask ourselves, what can I learn from this experience? How can this setback propel me forward? A mindset focused on learning and growth encourages us to keep going, even when things don't go as planned. Another important aspect of a positive mindset is resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity, and it is crucial when navigating setbacks. People with a resilient mindset understand that setbacks are a natural part of life and they don't let challenges derail them. Instead, they view setbacks as temporary and find ways to adapt, pivot, and keep moving forward. Resilience isn't about avoiding setbacks, it's about how we respond to them. A resilient mindset enables us to take setbacks in stride, knowing that each challenge is an opportunity to build our strength and endurance. Fostering a positive mindset also involves practicing gratitude. In the midst of setbacks, it's easy to focus on what we don't have or what we've lost, but practicing gratitude helps us shift our focus to what is still good in our lives. Gratitude encourages us to recognize the positives even in difficult times. It allows us to appreciate the lessons we are learning, the support we are receiving, and the progress we are making, even if it feels slow. Gratitude also helps us maintain perspective, reminding us that setbacks are temporary and that there are always reasons to be hopeful and optimistic. Finally, a positive mindset involves the belief that we are capable of overcoming setbacks. Self-confidence is key when facing challenges. When we believe in our own abilities and strengths, we are more likely to persevere in the face of adversity. A positive mindset helps us maintain that belief even when setbacks test our resolve. It enables us to stay focused on the end goal and trust that we have the resilience and determination to get there, no matter how many setbacks we encounter along the way. In conclusion, setbacks are an inevitable part of life, but how we respond to them shapes our journey. Instead of allowing setbacks to define us or derail our progress, we have the power to transform them into opportunities for growth, resilience, and learning. By practicing self-compassion, embracing perseverance, trusting the process, and maintaining a positive mindset, we create a foundation that allows us to move forward with strength and purpose. We are reminded that setbacks don't determine our worth or our future. They are simply part of the road to success. With each challenge we face, we build the emotional strength, wisdom, and adaptability necessary to not only overcome obstacles, but to thrive in spite of them. Our ability to navigate setbacks with grace and determination is what ultimately shapes our success and fulfillment in life. So, how will you respond to setbacks? Will you let them stop you? Or will you rise stronger, more resilient, and more determined than ever before? The choice is yours. Thank you.